Hello, it's Amy from amydeneweightloss.com. How I lost 45 pounds in just 3 months. It's shocking to me as well. You know, 2 of those pictures on the thumbnail, those were just 90 days apart. So I'm going to give you a general overview of what I did, and then I'm going to tell you 3 tips that really worked for me. Now, I'm a 4th grade teacher. I am not a medical professional, so talk to your doctor before you start any program. But I'm excited to tell you my story because I know how long I waited to make this happen. So the big overview is that I was overweight when I started. I had a BMI of 35. I had the chunky pictures in high school. I tried everything throughout my adult life. I had the Nutrisystem frozen dinners shipped to me. I went and sat in the Weight Watchers meetings and did those weekly weigh-ins. I read a great book called Bright Line Eating. I filled out a page every day for years. I really got with programs, stuck with them, felt determined, and then thought there was a personal problem with me until my guy John, somebody in his family, the doctor prescribed the Mounjaro. John and I had never heard of it. This was in the days before zepbound. Some of you have been with me since day 1, and I just shot a video that day. That thumbnail was taken just about a week around when I started. The day I started, I went to my doctor and I said, I've been hungry since I was a teenager. I wake up hungry. I go to bed hungry. I eat a big meal. It doesn't even register. I just want to go back up and order the exact same meal again and take it back to my table. I'm always trying to scratch the itch of hunger, and no amount of food ever does it. I have 70 pounds to lose, and I'm really excited about the research I did on Mounjaro. He prescribed it that day. Long story short, after many phone calls, I picked it up from the pharmacy that night. For those of you who know me well, you know that I've got the data here. Here's all my scale weights when I would weigh in. Here's a calendar with my shot schedule. And I just want to take a minute and say that if you've been with us from the beginning, that's awesome. If you're new to the website's channel, Witness and Wellness, I'm really grateful. If you see any of my videos, you'll probably hear me say that this community and this community's strength and positivity and encouragement they give each other was one of the main reasons I feel like I hit my goal weight and now I've stayed there 16 months. So yeah, on December 1st, 2022, I took my first shot. I really felt the appetite suppression within a few hours. I did not go to bed hungry that night. And in the first month alone, I lost about 24 pounds. That might seem excessive to some people. So for me, I hold a lot of water. It's not fat. It's not real weight. It's inflammation. And throughout my adulthood, when I got really strict and would write down everything I was eating and pull the calories way down, I lost 10 pounds a week. I cannot tell you on how many different occasions. I knew it was within me. I knew it was pretty typical for me. I mean, it wasn't easy. I had to work really hard for 7 days, but every time I would lose 10 pounds. So I was pleasantly surprised when I started Mounjaro and I didn't have strong side effects and my appetite was 0. And for that first month, my family had to jump on board and really help me and encourage me to make sure that my calories were even over 1,000, even though I was shooting for 1,200. I'll get more into that in a minute. And over on the website, I have a lot of videos that outline what I was eating during that time. But month 1, it went great. It was a dream. I called my doctor and said, I do not want to go to the 5.0. I can't eat as it is. Can I stay on the 2.5? And this was kind of back in the early days. And so our doctors were learning right along with us. And he was like, yeah, I will cancel out the 5.0 and I'll tell the pharmacy that you want to stay on the 2.5. And that's what I did. I actually did it for quite a while, but we're just going to talk about the first 3 months. So in the second month, I lost about 10 more pounds. And the third month, I lost another 10 pounds. I felt worlds better. I wasn't as puffy. My clothes were changing. People were kind of starting to notice. It takes a while before people, not only notice, but feel comfortable, confident saying something to you. If I can do it, you can do it. If you have any questions for me, throw them down below. But let's talk about 3 nitty-gritty specific things that I would really encourage. So yes, obviously, besides the obvious that I would encourage Mounjaro or zepbound, Ozempic, Wegovy, what you have found works for you. But I would completely take advantage of the fact that you have some pretty special medicine in you that for the vast majority of us really diminishes our appetite and we have less of a desire for food. So I determined early on, before day one, that I was going to change my eating. And if I'm not hungry anyway, I wasn't going to have added sugar. I wasn't going to have bread or cookies or things that really a lot of things that flour are made out of that do not have much of a nutritional benefit to me at all. My days every day consisted of 5 things. Proteins, pretty lean. I mean, I would have sausage sometimes. That'd be like once or twice a week. And by the way, over on amydeneweightloss.com, you can go and you can look at videos where I talk about like what were my favorite meals, like what did I eat during the weight loss phase. But anyway, vegetables, fruit, healthy fats, and whole grain. I really think that these 5 ingredients are the reasons that I did not have cravings. It was an exciting ride for like 5.5 months till I got to my goal weight. Okay, I could talk for 2 hours on that. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, I encourage you to just have peace throughout this process. Sometimes if I wait a little more or wait a little less, I had times where I would have lost quite a bit and then wouldn't lose. I trusted the process. I found peace in the journey. I stuck to my plan. I've made several videos on the topic of when to dose up, when to dose down. What questions should you ask yourself before you dose up? But I think something special happens when we're not stressed out about something. We're not overthinking. We're not worrying. I have a good friend who just started zepbound this month. In fact, her husband just started this week, and I was encouraging her to have peace. And I said, I remember when I was a little girl and there was somebody really close to me. I remember my mom talking about that they wanted to have a baby and they tried for a long time. And then they adopted. And during the adoption process, she got pregnant. And I don't know if you've heard stories similar to that, but I think there's something to say when the doctors share that when they stopped, having all those, and for obvious reasons, high emotions and concern and something that you care deeply about. But when some of that mental stress went away, there was a reaction in the body. And so you're doing something really special right now. For me, it was something brand new that my body had not been through before. I had been trying to reach goal weight since late junior high, early high school. We're talking late 80s, early 90s. So for a long time. This is a really cool experience, but it's new for our bodies. It's new for us. It's new for our brains. So just find peace and trust the process. And the third thing, and I think the most important, is that I ate similarly every day. I might trade out a protein, vary my vegetables, vary my fruit, but kind of when I ate and the quantities I ate, I was like a machine. My word was automaticity. I did a very similar thing from day to day. My body got used to it. I think it was just in a rhythm because it was like my body got into a groove. And yeah, I think it was 44, 45 pounds in 90 days. I wrote down in my notes that my cells were like, attention, we're losing weight. I was like, everything in my body was working like the most efficiently and all of it moving in the same direction. So that is just my story, but I am as everyday. I am a 4th grade teacher. I am not a doctor. So talk to your doctor about your journey. But I'm so excited to bring you a little bit of my story today because I feel like if it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. And whether you're a fast loser, a slow loser, your determination, it will get you to your goal. And along the way, do not hesitate to reach out to this amazing community where everyone just helps each other, helps answer questions. Okay, I'm going to close out our Witness and Wellness Powerballs of Encouragement. Joyce! Joyce S. has lost 56 pounds on compounded semaglutide. Joyce, thank you for sharing that amazing news with us. So inspirational. Congratulations to you, Joyce. All right, everybody. That's been our video for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.